Good morning, boys and girls, and today we are going to be starting something that has to do with food, has to do with nutrition. We focused on a story that's called The Very Hungry Caterpillar. Now, I didn't put it in this video because I'm not going to read the story. What I'm going to do is an fine motor activity in which you are going to be getting some sheets like this to be able to reenact the story of the very hungry caterpillar. So this first video is about coloring, okay? And so we are going to start coloring, and then probably in the following videos we will do a little bit more. So let's get to it. You must have your pencil box ready to use your colors. You can use crayons. I'm personally going to use color markers. I feel that color markers really do make a great job when it comes to getting the work done in a way that you want it to look pretty. So I'm going to incline my camera so that you can see the sheets on the table. So here we go. So in the story of The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle, the first food that the caterpillar eats is the apple. Now, traditionally an apple is red, but you can use, because you already studied the tree unit, you can color it either green or yellow. So this time around, I'm going to color it yellow because yellow happens to be my favorite color of apple, and of course the apple itself. I enjoy eating yellow apples more than red apples. That's just me. I don't like green apples, but I do eat apple pie from it. So the stem has to be brown because remember, that's an extension of the tree plant. Okay? Now the next food was the pears. The caterpillar ate 2 pears. Pears come in 3 colors as well. They come in red, they come in green, and they come in brown. I'm going to use green for the sake of that is one of the activities that we can do. And I'm going to silence my phone because it has nothing to do with an important phone call. They're just random phone calls that people do. That's just the reality. And I wanted to color them green because green is a color that looks bright on the story, and I really enjoy seeing bright colors in food because food really attracts your eye when it's colorful. When it has a dull color like black, gray, it doesn't really look that beautiful. Alright, so we did the apple, we did the 2 pears. Now we're going to do, and I should be taking these other sheets out of here because I don't want them to seep into the other way. Alright, so the next one were plums. So plums are what color, boys and girls? They're what? Yeah, purple. So we're going to color them purple. And we're going to make sure that we do color all 3 of them. Because in the story, there were 3 plums. So this part of the session of what we're going to be creating is the coloring part. What are we doing with all these color sheets is that we are going to reenact, or what we call retell, the story of the very hungry caterpillar. Okay? In order to do that, the first thing we have to do is color them. The next thing will be to cut them, which will be in another lesson. And then we're going to actually paste them on paper plates. Now, I like this idea that I got from Pinterest a few years ago because I love The Very Hungry Caterpillar as a story, and I didn't realize that Pinterest had a very good idea with this, and I took it from there a few years ago, not too long ago. So now we have the apple, we have the 2 pears, we have the 3 plums. Now we need the 4, can you see it? Strawberries. Very good. What color are strawberries? Strawberries are red. So we're going to color the strawberries. It was another fruit that was in the story. And even though this week we're talking about vegetables in our lesson, it's always good to have this kind of activity to help you enjoy literacy by retelling the story with props. And you're going to say, oh, what are props, Mr. Rodriguez? Well, this is a prop. We're just getting it all colored. We're going to cut them out. We're going to paste them on paper plates so that you all can have something to hold on to tell the story. You know, in the first day, the caterpillar ate an apple. So then we go with that. Now, this stem is not brown because strawberries do not have a brown stem. They actually have a green. So make sure you do that. Okay? It's very important. You need to look at colors accurately because you're not coloring this as a preschooler saying, oh, I'm going to color this whatever way I want. No. We're talking about food. We're talking about retelling the story. This is something that you need to take it seriously because it's not for you to mess it up. Okay, it has to look very similar, if not exactly the same, as the other ones, the story. So now we did the apple, the 2 pears, the 3 plums, and the 4 strawberries. Well, now we're going to continue with the 2 out of the 5 oranges because the other 3 are over here. Oranges are what color? Of course, the same name, orange. So make sure that you never go out of the line of where the picture is designed. You are now in pre-K. We allowed you to get out of the line and do scribble, scrabble, wibble, wabble, but now we're getting a little bit more serious. And that means that you need to make sure you are not coloring your oranges another color that it's not, or coloring outside of the line. All right, so the first of the 5 oranges are done, so we're going to put this to the side, and we're going to bring the next sheet of all that food that was in the story. Okay, so I'm going to continue with my orange. Okay. This is very important that you do stay within your lines. But sometimes when we're coloring too fast, we do step out of the line. And it looks a little bit messy. But you're kids. Kids are forgiven. Alright, so we already did 5 oranges. But guess what? Now we have different kinds of food. This one is a watermelon. So I'm going to color this skin green I'm going to color the seeds black. And I'm going to color the inside of the watermelon of this kind red. And the reason why I'm doing it is because this is what you need to do to make it look like a watermelon. Okay? Then it says a cupcake. Well, cupcakes come in different colors. I don't want to exclude the blue, so I'm going to put in a blueberry muffin. Okay? That's just how it is. Okay, and my wrapper will be brown, as many wrappers are. By the way, if you have pink, you can actually make it pink. I don't have pink in my collection, so sorry. The next thing is a sausage. That happens to be red. Alright, so I'm going to color the sausage red. There's a cherry pie here, so I'm going to color the cherries red. But the rest of the pie, or the crust, is brown. Okay? The next one is a lollipop. I'm going to color my lollipop yellow. And put it on an orange stick. That's just me. Now we have salami. Salami is red, so just like the sausage. Cheese happens to be yellow. This is a pickle. Pickles are like pepinos or cucumbers. They're green. And of course, we cannot forget the ice cream. This one, I guess I'm going to make it orange sherbet. You can make it pink, you can make it vanilla, you can make it chocolate, whatever you want. Alright, so these are the second page. Now, the third page is the cake and the leaf. So I'm going to use the cake like if it was a tiramisu. So some of it is brown. It has a cherry on top. But it has a yellow kind of color. So and of course the leaf is green. Okay. It's very important that you do make your leaf as green as possible. because we are dealing with lots and lots of things. Leaves are always green because they receive photosynthesis from the sun, and that's the color that comes out when the sun gives it the food that it needs. We don't have that now because we're in the winter, but this is part of the story of when winter turns into spring and butterflies bloom out in the air. So, this is the leaf and the cake. You get to do the last sheet in whichever colors you want the wings to be. It could be as colorful as you want. And remember that smart is not something you are. Smart is something you get, and that we will continue this in another video.